If I had to start on YouTube today from scratch, but got to keep everything I've learned from 19 years on YouTube and 35 million followers, I would do almost everything differently. Because the honest truth is, I wasted years making content that was never going to grow, years ignoring monetization because I thought the money would just figure itself out, and years of doing things the hard way when there were shortcuts sitting right in front of me. So today, I'm going to give you the cheat code. Everything I'd do from day one if I was starting fresh, and the specific mistakes I'd skip that cost me millions of dollars and years of my life. This is the video I wish someone had made for me in 2007. So the first thing I would do differently is where I focus my energy. Because when I started, YouTube was the only option. There was nowhere else to post video content, but right now, you have more platforms than ever, and most creators are spreading themselves way too thin across all of them. If I was starting over today, I'd go all in on two platforms, YouTube and Instagram. That's it, at least for the first 6 months. YouTube because the monetization is unmatched. I've had single videos earn me over $100,000 just from ad revenue alone, and even on a quiet month, you can still pull in around $10,000 just from views. No other platform comes close to that for long form content. And Instagram because it's the best platform for selling things. Tools like ManyChat make it so that someone can comment a keyword on your post, get a DM with a link, and buy a product without lifting a finger. Now here's what I would not do. I would not be on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter all at the same time. See, when I was growing, I was everywhere, and it spread me so thin that I wasn't doing any of the platforms as well as I could have. Now, the one exception to this is repurposing. Once I had a long form YouTube video done, I'd pull 3 to 5 short form clips from it and post them as shorts on Reels and on TikTok. One filming session, 5 or 6 pieces of content, and that's how I'd get reach on other platforms without it eating all my time. But my actual focus would be on YouTube long form and on Instagram. Everything else would just be repurposed clips running in the background. And the platform strategy, the hooks, the formats, the whole system, that's exactly what I teach step by step inside my community. So if you're tired of guessing and you want someone to just show you what works right now, click the link in the description below and I'll give you more info. Now, this is the mistake that cost me the most time, and I see almost every new creator make it. When I started, I was posting whatever I felt like, whatever dance I thought was cool that week, whatever I was in the mood to film, and some of it did well, but it was completely inconsistent. I'd have a video hit 1 million views and then the next 3 would barely do 10,000, and I couldn't figure out why. But the answer was embarrassingly simple. The videos that hit were the ones that happened to solve a problem or fill a need for the audience, while the ones that flopped were the ones that I made for me. So if I started over today, I would research every single video before I made it. And the research process is not that complicated. You go to 5 or 10 creators in your niche who are growing right now. You sort their content by most popular and you look for patterns. What topics keep showing up? What formats are working? What hooks are they using? How long are the videos that are performing best? You then take those patterns and make your own versions with your own perspective and knowledge. You're not copying anyone, but you're letting the data tell you what the audience in that niche already wants, and then you're giving it to them. I also would have paid way more attention to my comments. Your audience is literally telling you what videos to make. Every question in your comment section is a video idea that you know people already want. I ignored that for years and it was such a waste. Now next, let's talk about a mistake that cost me millions of dollars over the years. Now, I'm a little embarrassed to admit how long it took me to figure this out because I spent years growing my audience, getting millions of views, getting recognized in public, but I was still broke, like genuinely broke, because I was getting stopped at the grocery store by people who watched my videos and I couldn't afford what was in my shopping cart. The reason was simple. I had no monetization strategy. I was treating content just like an art project instead of a business. So if I started over today, I would have an affiliate link in every single video from day one. Every video where I mention a product, a tool, a piece of software, a camera, whatever, there would be a link in the description earning a commission. That costs nothing to set up and it compounds over time. I have old videos that randomly pick up views and generate affiliate income without me ever touching them again. Now, if I had been doing this from the beginning, the passive income alone would have been worth hundreds of thousands of dollars by today. I would also start selling a simple digital product within the first 60 to 90 days. Not a $2,000 course, but a $17 to $27 PDF template pack or a mini guide that solves a specific problem that my audience has. Because even with a small following, the math works. If you have 5,000 followers and 1% buy a $27 product, that's over $1,300. So you don't need to be famous to be making money from your content. Now, I'd also start reaching out to brands for deals way earlier than I did. Think about it from the brand's perspective. They're already spending thousands, if not millions of dollars on ads that people scroll past. But when a creator that people follow talks about a product, it doesn't feel like a salesy ad. And that's why brands will pay creators to post about them, because it's cheaper than running ads and it actually converts for them. Now, I know creators with just 5,000 or 10,000 followers who are already getting paid $100 to $500 per video. So you don't need a massive audience. You just need to be relevant to the brand's target customer. And then you need to actually reach out to the brand. In fact, most creators are sitting around waiting for brands to come to them. But the ones who send a simple DM or an email that's targeted and crafted are the ones that are getting paid. The whole mindset shift is this: content is not the goal. Content is the tool, and the goal is to build something real, a business, an income, a career, and the content is how you get there. If I'd understood that from the start, I'd be years ahead of where I am now. Now, I don't want this video to sound like I regret everything, because there are a few things that I got right early on that I'd absolutely do again. The first one was consistency. I showed up week after week, and even when the views were low, and that matters more than people realize, still created content, because the algorithm rewards consistency and your skills get better with reps. Also, your audience needs to see you regularly to build any kind of trust. So I would rather you post a good video every single day than wait 2 weeks to post the perfect one. See, perfectionism kills more creators' careers than bad content ever will. Now, the second thing I'd keep is giving away value for free. I never held back. I posted my best tutorials, my best breakdowns, and my most useful content completely for free. And some people thought I was crazy. They'd say, why would anyone pay you if you give everything away? But the opposite happened. The more I gave away, the more my audience grew and the more opportunities showed up. And the more people actually wanted to pay for more. That led to sold out workshops, brand deals, companies flying me out to teach in countries I'd never even been to. And the third thing is that I never quit. Even when I estimate I've lost around $15 million in revenues that the record labels took from my videos over the years, I rebuilt from zero and came back bigger. You're gonna have moments where you wanna stop, where a video flops, your growth stalls, someone leaves a comment that gets under your skin, but every single successful creator's been through that. The ones who made it are just the ones who didn't give up. And that's really what it comes down to. If I could go back and hand myself a playbook on day one, it would be this: pick 2 platforms, research every video before you make it, monetize immediately, stay consistent, give away your best stuff, and don't stop. But here's the thing people don't talk about. Knowing this and actually executing it are 2 completely different things. That's the gap where most creators fall off. They watch a video like this, they get motivated, and then 2 weeks later, they're stuck on something and they don't have anyone to ask. That's why I built the community around this, so you're not figuring it out alone. The exact frameworks, the formulas, the monetization strategies, everything I just talked about, it's all in the community and it's all broken down step by step. So if that sounds like something you'd want to be a part of, click the link down in the description box below and let me help you level up your content, give you some feedback on your videos, and get you to that next level. I'll see you inside.